Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. Rich Killian, we were talking about environmental controls. We were talking a little bit about that at the break. Would you like to tell our listeners?
Well, Jack had made a comment on some of your properties that you've been rehabbing or renovating, things like that, and you've got to deal with the environmental
Well, the Boca
issues.
Building Code and the idiots that run this environmental crap, which most of it is. Take a look at Lake Michigan.
Sure.
There was a time when people dumped a lot of fertilizer in, and a good move was made. They put a lot of salmon and trout in there, and they ate up all the junk. And the alewives came along, and the big fish ate up the little ones, and we had a good fishing industry. Well, they've managed to stop that to the point where Lake Michigan is so damn pure that the water is so damn clean that the fish that are left have gone off into the deep end of the lake, and there aren't any fishermen left in the southern end of Lake Michigan. It's just too bloody clear and pure, and there's no food for the fishies there. You get way north, they still got whitefish, but they're smaller, and the fishing industry is pretty much dead. Meanwhile, some environmentalist is complaining about some business in Gary that was putting a little bit of chromium into the lake. Well, chromium, listen, we engineers have designed equipment that can detect 3 molecules in 22 barrels. It's unbelievable, the sensitivity of stuff. And these environmentalists think that any amount of anything is going to kill you. We're all living, my cohort, we're all living 20 years more than we are expected to, and everybody's getting better and surviving cancer. But these idiots in the EPA are going after the last molecules of chromium, which makes it hilarious because I take pills occasionally that provide the necessary chromium to be a healthy person. So this whole environmental thing has gone way over the top. They're absolutely nuts. And we've got all kinds of regulations ad infinitum that are very expensive to handle. We've run into them on the river, on Fox River here, where we're fixing things up. This is a beautiful river, and it's got a lot of fish in, and it's got catfish. It's even got muskies here in this. Not many, but a guy pulled a 30-pound muskie out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of nice fish. But nothing's pure enough with these guys with the fancy new instruments. They're nuts.
Well, keep in mind, the whole environmental lobby is nothing more than a multi-billion-dollar industry that they've been able to latch onto.
They're getting rich off of it. You can sell a lot of equipment and have big salaries. There's a ton of money in this environmentalist for the crazy professors that think they have some wisdom.
Oh, ask
they
Al
really
Gore.
aren't smart.
Al Gore's become a millionaire.
Listen, I go on another tirade right here now. I listened to part of that speech with Obama, and that blithering idiot that we've got for president, I'll tell you, what really burns me up is he gets on the radio and talks overly long, like as if he knew something, and what he's got is a string of platitudes about life. We should be treating everybody evenly. Well, yeah, that's a nice thing, and it's a nice platitude, but it's the last thing in the world that guy's doing, because the regulations don't give people any room for their own decision about what they are, because we're regulated to beat hell. He's given us the socialism of 10,000 regulations already, and this guy has run up the number of meals. What do they call it? What's the name for all of the free meals they're giving away?
Food stamps.
Oh,
huh?
Food stamps.
Food
The
stamps.
food stamp president.
He has doubled the number of recipients. That's part of
We didn't know that answer right quick.
Yeah.
That's actually a good thing.
He's made everybody dependent on the damn federal government, which all of us are paying for a bunch of blithering idiots that are being paid too much on the job as regulators for the city, county, state, township, and the federal government, and on it goes, to where this guy is cutting down the Army to where he's trying to brag about what the SEALs do. At the same time, the budget for the whole Army's gone down. I never saw anybody ever that spoke in so many damn platitudes and violated them all in his personal action.
Yeah, the State of Illusion address
is totally disgusting to listen to, and that's my tirade on Mr. Obama.
Well, hopefully he'll be gone in 2012.
The latest news is the SEALs are asking, the administration, please don't talk about us. Every single one of the operations that they have ever done has always they've really low keyed the players in this.
Yeah.
Obama administration
They're
is
the
the
heroes,
first
and
one
he's
to highlight the SEALs.
Well, to make him look better, but let's talk about environmental and regulations. We got about a minute before we got to go to break.
Let's stick with the SEALs thing. We get a lot of the damn press that pushes Obama at us all the time and tries to, make something of this blithering twit. And they got him on the telephone. Yes, go ahead with it. Yes, you may do this operation. Yes, yes. As though that were something. It's all been set up by people that are trained to handle these difficult things. And Mr. Obama himself has never been famous for courage in life. His idea of America is that he's the Gauleiter that's going to run us all. Too many regulations. It's a coward's way.
I loved you in the middle of a speech. This was a while back. He's standing up and he's talking about the Obama administration and the current situation. And he says, I was going to write President Obama a letter, but I didn't know how to spell. I thought that was rich.
Yeah.
Well.
I have no respect for the man. We're all supposed to respect America and its president, but he makes it very difficult.
I respect the office.
I'm a soldier of long ago, and I would hate to be in a position of having to salute my commander-in-chief.
He is more of a campaigner-in-chief. But we're going to have to talk about the environment, I think, after the next... can you lead us into something real quick to let our audience know?
Well, what I'll do is I'll go into, I think the media has a ton to play with this environmental, and I'll kind of expand on that a little bit more.